for the warm welcome. I'd like to thank everyone here joining us today at this grand event. I'm happy to be representing Golomt Bank from this podium. Let me begin my presentation with a brief overview of Golomt Bank and our position within the Mongolian banking sector. The banking sector in Mongolia is the key pillar of the economy, representing approximately 86% of the GDP. And within this landscape, Golomt Bank stands as one of the country's leading institutions. The sector itself has grown significantly in recent years, with total assets reaching nearly 85 trillion MNT, which is roughly around 162 billion RMB. And from this, 87% is concentrated among the 5 systemically important banks. And from a market perspective, Golomt Bank holds a strong and competitive position. As of year-end 2025, we account for approximately 21% of total loans, 19% of total deposits, and 22% of total banking system assets. And this reflects not only our scale, but also the continued support of our customers and our partners. So our strength is driven by a well-diversified loan portfolio spanning corporate, SME, retail, and mortgage segments. We are the largest corporate bank in Mongolia and the second largest consumer bank. And this enables us to support both large enterprises and individual customers across the economy. And at the same time, we maintain a strong asset quality with stable and relatively low non-performing loan levels compared to our peers. And importantly, our financial strength and risk management are validated internationally. Golomt Bank is rated B1 stable by Moody's and Fitch and B+ positive by S&P Global. And this reflects a strong fundamental and a positive outlook for our future growth. So building on this solid foundation, Golomt Bank has successfully extended our reach into the international capital markets. So we successfully issued our debut bond in 2024, Reg S 144A format, and this was listed on the Singapore Stock Exchange. The bond has been a first standalone issuance from a Mongolian bank since a decade-long halt. We issued the bonds at 11% coupon, and after 6 months, we've successfully tapped our bonds at a 350 basis points yield compression at 8.5%. After then, we have successfully issued our ESG bonds listed in Luxembourg Stock Exchange, 8% with a 5-year tenor, which was the lowest corporate bond with the highest tenor. So in 2025, we had a huge milestone and became Mongolia's first ever private sector samurai bond issuer in Japan. Issued at JPY 15 billion, approximately this is 98 million USD. This bond was a 3-year tenor at a highly competitive yield of 1.85%, and this attracted participation from more than 30 Japanese institutional investors. This transaction showed growing confidence among international investors in both Golomt Bank's credit quality and Mongolia's financial institutions as well. And most recently, just about 3 weeks ago, Golomt Bank has successfully accessed the international capital markets again, issuing 500 million USD bonds, 3-year tenor and 7.95% coupon. The transaction was led by top-tier global investment banks, JP Morgan, Deutsche Bank, and KGI Asia, under Reg S 144A format. And with this bond, we also tendered our previous 400 million bonds. So the issuance received exceptional demand, with total orders reaching 2.1 billion in peak from institutional investors across US, Europe, Asia Pacific, and Middle East as well. So these investors include some of the world's most respected long-term funds focused on sustainable and value-driven investments. So the issuance marks several key milestones. The bond is the lowest coupon USD bond issued by a Mongolian private sector financial institution and the largest standalone bond issuance in Mongolia's banking sector, and a 387.5 basis point improvement compared to our previous international bond issuance. So over the past 1 to 2 years, Golomt Bank has laid a strong foundation for sustainable financing. This groundwork played a key role in securing funding from IFC, 160 million USD, through a syndicate loan involving Proparco and Blue Orchard. Additionally, we have secured 20 million funding with the European Bank for Reconstruction and Development. We have established a solid presence in both international and domestic capital markets, supported by a wide range of investor network, including over 21,000 domestic investors, partnering with more than 300 international financial institutions and more than 150 global fixed income investors who have participated in our international bonds. So since the debut bond issuance, we've seen a strong and consistent loan growth across all key segments, corporate, SME, consumer, and mortgages. This growth was not only about increasing scale, but also expanding responsibly, especially into rural areas where access to finance plays a critical role in supporting livelihoods and local development. So Golomt Bank was originally established as a corporate bank, and for more than 30 years, we've built strong long-term relationship with Mongolia's leading companies, and today we are the largest corporate bank to service 95% of total of the country's top enterprises. So our corporate banking is mostly a relationship-driven and focused on key industries. We work closely with companies in energy, petroleum, cashmere, agriculture, and manufacturing sectors that are central to Mongolia's economic growth and exports. And in these industries, we provide lending, transaction banking, and trade finance tailored to each client's needs. These relationships give us a major advantage in our deposit base, as large corporate current accounts provide proven long-term stable funding and help keep funding costs low. So as a result, Golomt Bank maintains a balanced funding structure with among the highest CASA ratios, helping the bank stay resilient through different economic cycles. And additionally, we have the largest gold trading market share of 48%, which supports diversify our revenue stream into non-interest income. So beyond traditional banking, we are also known for providing our non-financial services. This includes advisory services, market insights, and executive engagement to help our clients navigate growth, regulation, and market changes. And a good example of this is our Financial Managers Convention, an annual event that has become an important platform for Mongolia's corporate sector. So over the past 6 years, it's brought together more than 1,000 financial managers from leading companies to share ideas, discuss strategy, and learn from each other. So following our debut bond issuance, we significantly expanded our SME lending, achieving 77% loan growth since the year-end 2023. This reflects both strong demand and the critical role SMEs play in Mongolia's economy. Sustained growth in the SME sector is essential for reducing income inequality and unemployment across the country. And in collaboration with leading Mongolian enterprises, we've launched a transformative mentorship and advisory program aimed at fostering emerging businesses. So this initiative connects founders and executives with SME leaders, offering hands-on guidance and strategic insights supported by professional consultants. So the mentorship program has been successfully held for the 4th year, and we've reached 162 SMEs building know-how and community. So Mongolia has one of the highest shares of women-owned SMEs in the world, with more than 60% of small and medium-sized businesses led by women. While men tend to run large-scale companies, women are mostly active in SMEs. However, women entrepreneurs face real barriers in accessing finance. Property is usually registered in men's names, which often means women need spousal consent to use the assets as collateral. Even when women receive loans, they're often smaller and more expensive, with clear gaps in loan size and interest rates compared to men. So women-owned businesses are active in a few key sectors: trade and retail, services including education, healthcare, tourism, and personal services, as well as light manufacturing such as food processing and garments. So with the support of our bond issuance and funding from international partners and investors, our women-led portfolio has doubled over the past 3 years. Importantly, this portfolio remains highly resilient with NPL ratio of just 1.9%, underscoring that women's entrepreneurs are among our most disciplined and reliable customers. So Golomt Bank is at the forefront of supporting women-owned businesses through initiatives such as She Leads and She Stars, as well as women-owned trademarks in partnership with the Mongolian Chamber of Commerce. We've helped women entrepreneurs build networks, support one another, and create a sustainable ecosystem of partnership. So moving on to consumer segment, Golomt Bank is the second largest consumer bank with 108 strategically placed branch network throughout the most densely populated areas of the vast Mongolian landscape. We cover more than 30% of the Mongolian population, and our customer base largely reflects the population pyramid. And Golomt Bank is a lifetime bank. We offer products from newborn babies to elementary school, through high school students to university students and throughout their youth. With these products, we aim to establish a good financial health from an early on period. Going forward to adulthood, we offer wealth management services, which offer investments into capital markets, products and advisory services, and pension products as well. So Golomt Bank positions itself as a family bank, offering a wide range of services for customers at different stages of life, including mortgage and leasing products. We have the largest market share in mortgage loans, and this allows us to support our customers as their needs grow and changes throughout their lifetime. So Mongolia's demographic strongly supports this. The country has a birth rate of around 2.7 births per woman, and compared to about 2.1 in many Asian countries. This means long-term demand for housing, education, daily consumption, and financial services. So Golomt Bank has the nationwide network and experience to serve this growing population across the country. And Mongolia has a very young population with about 67% of total population under the age of 40. So this group is highly digital with widespread smartphone use and strong adoption of online services. This allows Golomt Bank to grow efficiently through digital channels while still maintaining strong physical coverage nationwide. So at the heart of our transformation is social pay, Mongolia's most widely used digital wallet with over 800,000 users. It's also the first Mongolian wallet to support international payments via Union Pay and Apple Pay, Google Pay, and WeChat Pay, enabling users to do transactions from their mobile phone in more than 50 countries. So today, 98% of our transactions are conducted online, a clear reflection of our commitment to digital-first banking. And we've actively increased our digital banking customer base by 25% since our debut issuance. And today, our total digital clients have reached 1 million customers, and we see there are threefold room to grow in the digital banking industry. And Golomt Bank is proud to be the key player in the digital innovation in Mongolia. As part of our strategic transformation, we're now entering the next chapter, AI-powered virtual banking. So Golomt Bank has strategically invested in Igune AI and holds an equity stake in the company, which is Mongolia's largest AI infrastructure provider and is widely known for developing Mongolia's first ever LLM model, designed specifically for the Mongolian language, culture, and nomadic traditions. Sorry. So moving on to the next slide, Golomt Bank is at the center of Mongolia and China financial connectivity, supported by a strong ecosystem of leading Chinese partners. We are fully integrated with Union Pay, Alipay, and WeChat Pay, enabling fast, seamless cross-border payments. Our social pay digital wallet connects directly to WeChat Pay and Alipay, conducting fee-free transactions via Union Pay and Alipay and smooth RMB payments through smartphones. So in trade finance, we partner with major Chinese banks and Sinosure to support secure large-scale trade flows, while our correspondent network ensures efficient settlement and liquidity access. So overall, by combining digital innovation with strong Chinese partnership, Golomt Bank enables clients to transact and grow seamlessly with the China ecosystem. And this slide demonstrates Golomt Bank's strong and growing integration with China-focused trade and financial flows. So as of 2025 year-end, our trade finance turnover reached 2.3 billion, with a significant portion directly linked to cross-border trade activity, particularly China. And on the transaction side, 61% of import LC businesses and 43% of export LC businesses are supported by the bank guarantees, reinforcing our role as a trusted intermediary for China-related trade transactions, where risk management and credibility are critical. So in terms of actual trade facilitation, we supported 83 billion MNT in import financing, a large share of which is tied to goods sourced from China. And at the same time, we issued 720 billion in letters of credit, enabling Mongolian corporates to securely transact with Chinese suppliers at a scale. So currency trends further highlight this direction. CNY has become one of the dominant currencies, consistently accounting for 30 to 40% of outbound payments and showing a clear upward trend in recent quarters. And this reflects not only growing trade flows, but also the increasing preference for RMB settlement in Mongolia-China transactions. So strategically, one of our most important milestones is the direct connection to China cross-border interbank payment systems. This allows Golomt Bank to process RMB payments directly and efficiently, eliminating intermediaries and significantly enhancing speed, cost efficiency, and reliability to our clients doing business with China. And this slide highlights how Golomt Bank is actively translating its China partnership strategy into real large-scale economic impact. So through close cooperation with leading Chinese banks, including Bank of China, ICBC, Agricultural Bank of China, China Construction Bank, and China CITIC Bank, we have successfully issued over 144 million USD in guarantees to support major projects across Mongolia. And these are not just financial transactions, they are directly enabling key sectors of the economy. And in infrastructure, we are supporting critical road development projects through tender, advance payments, and performance guarantees in partnership with Bank of China and China Construction Bank. And in public transportation, we are facilitating the import and deployment of modern buses, working closely with Chinese suppliers and providing comprehensive guarantee structures to ensure project delivery and quality. And for construction materials, we are supporting large-scale supply chains through trade loans in cooperation with ICBC and regional banks, ensuring stable access to essential materials. And in the mining sector, which is central to Mongolia's economy, we are enabling equipment imports through import LCs and back-to-back LCs, particularly in partnership with Agricultural Bank of China. So what this demonstrates is clear. Golomt Bank is not only financing trade with China, but actively enabling Mongolia's infrastructure, industrial growth, and economic development through these partnerships. So before I end my presentation, I wanted to briefly touch on our investor relations function, particularly to ensure strong and consistent engagement with our Chinese partners and investors. Golomt Bank is committed to maintaining transparent, timely, and equal communication with all stakeholders. We have built a robust investor relations platform supported by active senior management involvement and regular engagement channels. This includes quarterly earnings calls, monthly investor updates, and ongoing dialogue through meetings and virtual sessions, as well as dedicated outreach to both institutional and retail investors. So ultimately, our objective is quite clear: to provide transparent and timely information while building long-term trusted relationships with our investors. And as we deepen our partnership with China, we believe that steady long-term cooperation creates the strongest results. So we warmly invite you to grow together with Golomt Bank. Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much.